Well, Paul says, hold on. Do not make the mistake to think that if you were to enlarge, to boast in Jesus, if you make the character of Jesus bigger and famous, that is going to give you some sense of a safety net, predictability, and security. No. Paul says, whatever happens, however things turn, he says, I want you to conduct yourselves in a manner that your behavior, watch this, your behavior, everybody has a behavior, everybody has a conduct. But I want you to filter your conduct, whoever you are, however you're processing that whatever happens, whatever comes this way, whatever brings in the future, life or whatever, I want you to, the conduct, your behavior is filtered through the gospel, that your behavior becomes the banner that makes it worth it. Why? Because your behavior is only worthy through the gospel of Jesus. In other words, if your behavior, and again, listen to this closely, because Paul is not saying, I want you to have the right theology and the right doctrine, which is extremely important. But one of the challenges of these churches, because of the infiltration of Greek philosophy, is that they kept on thinking and saying, as long as you believe the right thing, it doesn't really matter what you do. It doesn't matter what, how you behave and how you treat one another and what you do with your sexuality and what you do with your finances and what you do with your marriage. And Paul is saying, I want you to see that the conduct or the behavior is the result of your character. So watch this. So who you are determines what you do. And now here's even a better statement. Not only that who you are determines what you do, but whose you are determines what he has done. So obviously, there is freedom that I don't have to depend on the whatever, because you and I know that life is uncertain and life is crazy. Things happen in this life. But then watch this. Now he's freeing me from simply trying to be better, trying to please my wife, trying to please my kids, trying to please, and even self. So he's saying, see, your conduct has to be filtered not just on who you are, although we'll talk about who you are in a second, but whose you are. Who do you belong to? And in this case, you belong, in this case, to somebody that the word gospel is basically what Jesus said about himself and what Jesus did for 33 years based on what he said, who he was.